Our group topic is predict personality through CV analysis. This is our group member. The presentation will contain 3 main parts that we want to discuss with you. First, we want to represent the description of our problem and our approach. Second, the AI model that we apply in this application. Finally, the demonstration of our application. Let's come to the first part. Big 5 personality traits, also known as the Ocean model, is a suggestive taxonomy, or grouping, for personality traits. When factor analysis, a statistical technique, is applied to personality survey data, it reveals semantic associations. Some words used to describe aspects of personality are often applied to the same person. The theory identifies 5 factors: openness to experience, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, neuroticism. I will go through and explain 5 factors for you. Openness to experience is a general appreciation for art, emotion, adventure, unusual ideas, imagination, curiosity, and variety of experience. People who are open to experience are intellectually curious, open to emotion, sensitive to beauty, and willing to try new things. High openness can be perceived as unpredictability or lack of focus, and more likely to engage in risky behavior or drug taking. Conversely, those with low openness seek to gain fulfillment through perseverance and are characterized as pragmatic and data-driven, sometimes even perceived to be dogmatic and closed-minded. Conscientiousness is a tendency to display self-discipline, act dutifully, and strive for achievement against measures or outside expectations. It is related to the way in which people control, regulate, and direct their impulses. High conscientiousness is often perceived as being stubborn and focused. Low conscientiousness is associated with flexibility and spontaneity, but can also appear as sloppiness and lack of reliability. Extroversion is characterized by breadth of activities as opposed to depth, urgency from external activity situations, and energy creation from external means. Extroverts enjoy interacting with people, and are often perceived as full of energy. They tend to be enthusiastic, action-oriented individuals. They possess high group visibility, like to talk, and assert themselves. Extroverted people may appear more dominant in social settings, as opposed to introverted people in this setting. Introverts have lower social engagement and energy levels than extroverts. They tend to seem quiet, low-key, deliberate, and less involved in the social world. The agreeableness trait reflects individual differences and general concern for social harmony. Agreeable individuals value getting along with others. They are generally considerate, kind, generous, trusting and trustworthy, helpful, and willing to compromise their interests with others. Agreeable people also have an optimistic view of human nature. Disagreeable individuals place self-interest above getting along with others. They are generally unconcerned with others' well-being, and are less likely to extend themselves for other people. Sometimes their skepticism about others' motives causes them to be suspicious, unfriendly, and uncooperative. Low agreeableness personalities are often competitive or challenging people, which can be seen as argumentative or untrustworthy. Neuroticism is the tendency to experience negative emotions, such as anger, anxiety, or depression. It is sometimes called emotional instability, or is reversed and referred to as emotional stability. Those who score high in neuroticism are emotionally reactive and vulnerable to stress. They are more likely to interpret ordinary situations as threatening. They can perceive minor frustrations as hopelessly difficult. They also tend to be flippant in the way they express emotions. Their negative emotional reactions tend to persist for unusually long periods of time, which means they are often in a bad mood. At the other end of the scale, individuals who score low in neuroticism are less easily upset and are less emotionally reactive. They tend to be calm, emotionally stable, and free from persistent negative feelings. After consider the 5 factors that affect to predict personality application, we decided to apply the AI model. In this application, we use multinomial logistic regression. In the next slide, we will explain the multinomial logistic regression definition. Multinomial logistic regression is a classification method that generalizes logistic regression to multi-class problems, that is, with more than two possible discrete outcomes. It is a model that is used to predict the probabilities of the different possible outcomes of a categorically distributed dependent variable, given a set of independent variables, which may be real-valued, binary-valued, categorical-valued, etc. Let's look at our trained dataset. It contained total 8 columns. The first 7 columns are attributes, and the final columns is the label. The label will be classified into 5 classes: lively, extravert, dependable, responsible, serious. So why are we choosing this model? We feel that multinomial logistic regression fit our dataset because the output is categorical since it is 5 different class. Variables are not all continuous because gender is categorical. The testing dataset that we have. After testing this model, we get nearly 83%. In conclusion, though some classes have lower accuracy than other, we find this model is the most accurate model after testing. In the future, we will improve this model more and also increase our test set size and our trained set size so that this model can stay accurate as much as possible. In the next part, I will introduce the application that we build on top of this model. Let's look at the use case diagram. We want the user to input our formatted CV into the system in order for us to scan the feature of AI model. Then the scanned information will be sent to the AI server to predict. Then the AI server will return the result to application to display to user. We also want to allow user to change or create their own CV format to improve user experience. In the next slide, the activity diagram follows 3 main factors: user, application and artificial intelligence server. Then, the overview of Architoic based on physical components view. The example shows the screenshot from the view of our application. For more detail, you can watch another video from us here. Thank you for your attention.